Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, it's the chapter of thunder. In the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah, LMR. Those are the signs of the book, and that which is sent down to thee from thy Lord is the truth, but most people will not believe. And before I go on, it's an interesting thing. You think of it Kabbalistically, the arrangement of the Quran, that you have all these abbreviated, separated letters, whatever you want to call them. The ones that have more than the Alif Lam Mim Ra or Alif Lam Mim Sad, the verses that have more than those separated letters. You can start off the head, the left shoulder, the right elbow, the left elbow, the pelvis, the right hand, the left hand, the knees, and the feet. You can symbolize that arrangement that way. And this is, of course, the right elbow. Allah it is who has raised the heavens without columns that ye can see. And then he made for the throne and subjected the sun and the moon. Each one runs on to a stated and appointed time. He governs the affair and details the signs. Happily of the meeting with your Lord ye will be sure. And he it is who has stretched out the earth, and placed therein firm mountains and rivers, and of every fruit has he placed therein two kinds. He makes the night to cover the day. Verily in that are signs unto a people who reflect. So, reflect on that expansion, people. And on the earth are neighboring portions and gardens of grapes and corn and palms growing together from one root, and not growing together. They are watered with one water, yet we distinguish one over the other as a food. Verily in that are signs unto a people who have sense. And if thou shouldest wonder, wondrous is their speech. What, when we have become dust, shall we really then be created anew? And these are they who disbelieved in their Lord, and these are they with fetters round their necks, and these are the fellows of the fire, and they shall dwell therein for aye, and they will wish thee to hasten on the evil rather than the good. Examples have passed away before them, but thy Lord is But thy Lord is the possessor of forgiveness unto men, notwithstanding their injustice. But verily thy Lord is keen to punish. And those who misbelieve say, unless a sign be sent down upon him from his Lord. Thou art only a warner, and every people has its guide. Allah knows what each female bears, and what the wombs fail short of or add, for dimensions of everything are with him. He who knows the unseen and the visible, the great, the lofty one. Alike among you is he who keeps secret his speech, and he who displays it, and he who hides by night, and he who stalks abroad by day. Each of them has pursuers before him and behind him to guard over him at the command of Allah. Verily Allah changes not what the people has until they change it for themselves. And when Allah wishes evil to a people, there is no averting it, nor have they a protector besides him. So we got to remember, people, we got to act. You have to evoke yourself as you call upon God as well. He it is who shows you the lightning for fear and hope, and he brings up the heavy clouds, and the thunder celebrates his praise, and the angels too for fear of him. Well, the unfallen angels, the light beings, is what's meant here by angel. And he sends the thunderclap, and overtakes therewith whom he will, yet they wrangle about a law, but he is strong in might. And of course, by that, Malaika are neither male or female, but the jinn are male and female. On him is the call of truth, and those who call on others than him shall not be answered at all, save as one who stretches out his hand to the water, that it might reach his mouth, but it reaches it not. The call of the misbelievers is only an error, and Allah do those who are in the heavens and the earth adore, whether they will or no, as do their shadows also morn and eve. And that's the second of the prostration verses. So you want to prostrate upon the 7 points, or think that that's what you're supposed to do if you are in a position where you can't do such things. Say, who is Lord of the heavens and the earth? Say, Allah. Say, do ye take besides Allah patrons who cannot control profit or harm for themselves? Say, shall the blind and the seeing be held equal? Or shall darkness and the light be held equal? Or have they made associates with Allah who can create as He creates, so that the creations seem familiar to them? So, feel free, when the questions come in any of the videos, whether presentation or otherwise, leave a comment. I encourage that. Say, Allah is the creator of everything, and He is the one, the dominant. He sends down from the sky water, and the universe is meant by heavens. The Quran does not say that the afterlife, you go to the sky, the afterlife. He sends down from the sky water, and the water courses flow along to their bulk, and the torrent bears along the flowing scum, and from what they set fire to, craving ornaments or utensils, comes a scum like that. And thus does Allah hit the truth and the falsehood, and as for the scum, it is thrown off, and as for what profits men, it stays on the earth, and thus does Allah strike out parables. A great literal thing to reflect upon, but some of these passages have more figurative meaning, more application that we're supposed to pull upon. For those who respond to their Lord is good, but those who respond not to him, had they all that is in the earth and the like thereof as well, they would give it for a ransom. These shall have an evil reckoning up, and their resort is hell. An evil couch shall it be, a bad couch, not evil per se. Is he who knows that not but the truth is sent down upon thee from thy Lord, like him who is blind? Only those possessed of minds will remember, those who fulfill Allah's covenant and break not the compact, and those who attain what Allah is bidden to be attained, and dread their Lord and fear the evil reckoning up, and those who are patient, craving thy Lord's face, and are steadfast in prayer, and expend in alms of what we have bestowed upon them secretly and openly, and ward off evil with good, and these shall have the recompense of the abode, gardens of Eden, into which they shall enter with the righteous, among their fathers and their wives and their seed, and the angels shall enter in unto them from every gate. Peace be upon you, for that ye were patient, and goodly is the recompense of the abode. And again, the angels, the uncorruptible beings of a different matter, than us two of choice, the clay and the fire beings. Well, animals, I guess, are clay beings too, but they don't have the ability. And those who break Allah's covenant after compacting for it, and who cut asunder what Allah hath bidden to be joined, and who do evil in the earth, these upon them is the curse of Allah, and for them is an evil abode. Allah extends His bounty freely to whomsoever He will, or He metes it out, and they rejoice in the life of this world, but the life of this world is not but a provision compared with the next. And those who misbelieve say, unless a sign is sent down upon him from his Lord. Say, Allah leads whom He will astray, but guides unto Him those who turn again. Those who believe and whose hearts are comforted by the mention of Allah, by the mention of Allah shall their hearts be comforted. Who believe and do what is right, good cheer for them, and an excellent resort. Thus have we sent thee to a nation before which other nations have passed away, to recite to them that which we have inspired thee with, yet they misbelieve in the Merciful. Say, He is my Lord, there is no God but He, upon Him do I rely, and unto Him is my repentance. And though it were a Qoran by which the mountains were moved, or by which the earth were cut up, are the dead made to speak? Nay, Allah's is the command altogether. Did not those who believe know that if Allah had pleased, He would have guided men altogether, and a striking calamity shall not cease to overtake those who misbelieve, for what they have wrought are to alight close by their dwellings until Allah's promise comes. Verily Allah fails not in His promise. Before thee have apostles been mocked at, and those who misbelieved have I allowed to range at large, and then it caught them up. How then was my punishment? Shall He who is standing over every soul what it has earned? Shall he who is standing over soul what it has earned? Oh, to note, okay. And they join partners with the law. Say, name them, can ye inform him of what he does not know in the earth? Or is it for name's sake only that ye call upon them? Particularly in angelology or demonology, people just acquire a bunch of names just to get a variety of things out there that they're calling upon. It'd be one thing if they're just listing out the cosmology, but they're calling upon them in worship. Same thing with saints and other ideas of lesser gods. Nay, then stratagem is made seemingly to those who misbelieve, and they turn folks from the path of Allah. But whomsoever Allah doth lead astray, no guide has He. For them is torment in this world's life, but surely the torment of the next is more wretched still. Nor have they against Allah keeper the likeness of the paradise which the likeness of the paradise which those who fear Allah are promised. Beneath it rivers flow, its food is enduring, and likewise its shade. That is the recompense of those who fear, but the recompense of the misbelievers is the fire. And those to whom we brought the book rejoice in that which we have sent down to thee. But of the confederates are some who deny a part thereof. Say, I am only bidden to serve Allah, and not to associate any with Him, and on Him I call, and to Him is my recourse. I added an extra. Associate any with Him, on Him I call, and to Him is my recourse. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that I accidentally added a word in saying this. Thus have we sent it down in Arabic judgment, but hadst thou followed their lust after the knowledge that has come to thee, thou hadst not had against the law a patron or a keeper. And with other scriptures too, it's important to look at that original, because there can be inflections and stuff in a translation that aren't part of it. Like, the young woman's going to give birth to a child, it's unmarried woman, a virgin unmarried woman. You see that in the biblical text. And you have more obvious doctrinal stuff that kind of happens over time. And sent apostles before thee, and made for them wives and seed, and no apostle could bring a sign by Allah's permission. For every period there is a book, and no apostle could, except by Allah's permission. Okay, there's something missing in his translation. Except by Allah's permission. For every period there is a book. Allah blots out what he will, or he confirms. With him is the mother of the book. Either we will let thee see a part of what we threaten them with, or we will take thee to ourself. But thy duty is only to deliver thy message, and ours to reckon up. Did they not see that we come to the land and diminish the borders thereof? Allah judges, and there is none to reverse his judgment, and he is the swift at reckoning up. And those who were before them are crafty too, but Allah's is the craft altogether. He knows what every soul earns, and the misbelievers shall know, though whose is the recompense of the abode. And those who misbelieve say, thou art not sent. Say, Allah is witness enough between me and you, so is he who has the knowledge of the book. And that's the end of the chapter of thunder. But the 11th night of Ramadan, between 3:10 a.m. this Tuesday and 5:08 maybe a.m. There was that rushing down from the head to the feet, that tranquility, and I saw layers, kind of like travertine. And I have a crystal ball here that kind of shows the type of colored layers that I'm talking about. But it wasn't like there was a thickness in the room, but that's what I went to sleep among. Like these layers, these good and they it felt good that they were there, but it wasn't like it was a being. I didn't have that sort of awareness, but that's it.